terrorism, militias, cattle rustling, poaching, intercommunal conflicts, armed violence, human and drug trafficking are the most prevalent security challenges in sub-Saharan Africa that are enabled by the presence of illegal arms and weapons. Indeed, the accumulation, trafficking and misuse of small arms and light weapons has led to death, injury and displacement of millions through violence, contributed to the high levels of poverty and led to the degradation of our environment and wildlife resources. Illegal arms are also the key driver of fragility situations, especially in countries in the Great Lakes region and Horn of Africa, including South Sudan, Somalia and the Central African Republic. It is with great concern of these persistent problems caused by the proliferation of small arms and light weapons in the region, acknowledgement that arms know no political borders, and conviction that there is need to cooperate to address the challenge, regional governments agreed to the legally binding Nairobi Protocol for the Prevention, Control and Reduction of Small Arms and Light Weapons (SALWO) in the Great Lakes region, Horn of Africa and bordering states, which was signed in 21 April 2004. To institutionalize their intention, the Nairobi Protocol has been signed by 15 member states. Following the ratification of the Nairobi Protocol, the Regional Center on Small Arms in the Great Lakes region, the Horn of Africa and bordering states, RECSA, was established on 21 June 2005 as Secretariat of the Nairobi Protocol, mandated to coordinate its implementation. The Nairobi Protocol complements other regional and international instruments on small arms and light weapons and remains open for accession by other states that share the same vision.
Our member states, they are using obsolete laws. We are helping our member states to come up with harmonization of laws on international and regional instruments on small arms and light weapons. Like for a regional instrument, Nairobi Protocol is a regional instrument. The United Nations Programme of Action is an international instrument. To say the few, we have to harmonize our laws with those instruments to be able of curbing the proliferation of small arms and light weapons.
The agreement establishing RECSA creates 3 organs of the institution: the Council of Ministers, the Technical Advisory Committee, and the Secretariat.
RECSA as a secretariat, our mandate is to coordinate all action against proliferation of small arms and light weapons in our member state.
RECSA envisions a safe and secure sub-region in a peaceful continent free from illicit small arms and light weapons proliferation, which we work towards through our mission to coordinate action against small arms and light weapons proliferation in the Great Lakes region, Horn of Africa and bordering states. In all our operations, RECSA is guided by the principles of teamwork, gender sensitivity, integrity, transparency, flexibility, professionalism, and partnership. We work with member states and other partners to identify, initiate, coordinate, monitor, and harmonize interventions aimed at strengthening weapons and ammunition management and control in the region. These interventions are aligned to our mandate and responsive to the needs of our member states with the guidance of the 2016-2020 strategic plan that is hinged on 4 key pillars. 1. Developing and strengthening the capacity of national institutions responsible for SALWO management and control. 2. Enhancing physical security and stockpile management (PSSM) for member states. 3. Adaptive research, public education and awareness. 4. Mainstreaming, monitoring and evaluation and special interest groups in SALWO interventions. RECSA has made substantial milestones in the development of structures, tools and systems for the management and control of weapons and ammunition in the region, including 1. Spearheading the establishment of national focal points of all 15 member states. 2. Developing national action plans to guide state-specific action on small arms and light weapons in 7 of the member states. 3. Supporting the harmonization of national legislation with regional and international instruments on small arms and light weapons in 6 member states. 4. Developed best practice guidelines and regional standards on the management and control of small arms and light weapons. 5. Spearheading cooperation among law enforcement agencies by midwifing the formation of the African Police Chiefs Cooperation Organization, AFRIPOL, and supporting the Usalama joint operations by the South African Regional Police Chiefs Organization, SAPCO, and the East Africa Police Chiefs Cooperation, EAPCO, on transnational crimes including trafficking of humans, drugs, and arms. RECSA undertakes preventative and responsive approaches to improve safe storage of state-owned weapons and ammunition, stockpiles management, and reduce the unnecessary or illegal accumulation and diversion of arms to civilian hands.
In safe storage, we have to build, following international standard, armories, and where they have armories without standard, we help them to rehabilitate them at the standard.
In line with this, RECSA undertakes various initiatives, including arms marking, provision of electronic arms record-keeping software, construction of infrastructure for safe storage, and training of law enforcement agencies on physical storage and stockpile management, PSSM.
In physical security and stockpile management, an arm have a life cycle, starting from the importation to the destruction. We do help our member state to destroy obsolete arms or unserved arms, and those arms we are getting during the civilian disarmament.
As at the end of March 2018, 1. RECSA had provided a total of 71 arms marking machines and trained on their use. 51 of the arms marking machines have been distributed across RECSA's 15 member states, while 20 others were deployed in 8 countries outside the RECSA region. 2. RECSA had provided, installed and trained on the use of the RECSA Small Arms Tracing Software, RSTS, a custom digital record-keeping software that complements the arms marking exercise in 8 member states and 8 countries outside the RECSA region. 3. Supported the construction of 2 modern armories in Rwanda and Uganda with the support of the European Union. And 4. Provided 1,075 steel arms storage boxes and 48 gun racks across East Africa with the support of the State Department of the United States. RECSA has also adopted the MSAG Train the Trainer approach to build a pool of regional trainers on PSSM that will sustainably cascade PSSM training to the national level while customizing it to local realities and also reduce over-reliance on instructors. As of March 2018, RECSA had a pool of qualified 22 regional PSSM instructors. Further, 11 training seminars for armorers had been conducted at the national level, while 12 regional PSSM seminars had been conducted. The fight against accumulation and misuse of small arms and light weapons cannot be won by governments alone. Civilians and non-state agencies are crucial to a holistic approach. RECSA has continuously sought to conduct adaptive research and advocacy to contribute towards evidence-based policy making. Some of our recent studies include thematic research on the link between the proliferation of small arms and light weapons and cattle rustling, fragility, poaching, and armed crime in the RECSA region, regional disarmament experiences, the proliferation of man-portable air defense systems in the region, and a study report on the synergies and complementarities of the Arms Trade Treaty, the UN Programme of Action, the Nairobi Protocol, and the Kinshasa Convention. Public education and awareness through media campaigns, youth and communities engagement, and civil society mobilization is also a core thematic approach to building civil support for our initiatives. This people-centered effort seeks to address drivers of armament and facilitate the disarmament of the heart and mind. As part of our commitment to entrench gender in arms control policies and programming, RECSA has developed a gender policy that is guiding the mainstreaming of the gender dimension in the implementation of the Nairobi Protocol. RECSA also pays special attention to monitoring and evaluation and is currently implementing a monitoring and evaluation strategy that will see the rollout of a regional small arms and light weapons reporting tool to measure the impact of arms control interventions in the RECSA member states. Over the last 15 years of operation, RECSA has gained credibility, legitimacy, and trust of our member states and partners as a crucial companion in implementing arms management and control initiatives across the continent in collaboration with partners from all sectors. We remain committed to support and coordinate the implementation of interventions to counter the proliferation of illicit small arms and light weapons across the continent. RECSA extends an invitation to all stakeholders, including business, humanitarian, and development actors. Together, we can create a safe environment for sustainable development and the prosperity of our communities.